Right, Insta Ratings App. And I hope I don't get copyright striked again. So today I'm gonna be distributing, or basically redistributing, my replica of the Insta Ratings app. Now the Insta Ratings app, I'm gonna throw a screenshot, is quite a nice and sleek way, very discreet way to build social proof into your existing product pages. So I'm gonna be distributing my version of it, which I remember I developed almost a year ago at this point. And I developed it because I saw a lot of people were curious about it, mainly people who followed Ari Shearson. If you don't know him, you should check him out. He's a great guy. And I thought the price tag on the initial app, which was on the original app, which was either $15 or $20 a month, was a little bit excessive, especially for a beginner. So I did develop essentially a substitute for it, which is absolutely free. And I want to keep this channel kind of this way, where it's not me just rambling for 10 to 15 minutes, but it's something that you can download, something actionable, something tactile that you can install, that you can use to actually see difference in your e-commerce business. So I'm going to be showing you how to install it, and in the meanwhile, while I was gone, I did improve it a little bit. I made it a little bit faster to load. I did make it a little bit nicer looking, and I did also include the functionality of being able to disable it and enable it from the theme editor. So you don't have to jump into the code part every time. You can go into the customized theme, and it's going to be a checkbox right there, and it installs into any existing theme. The first thing you're going to do is go into my description and click the first link. Now this is going to redirect you to a page, and you can put 0 in the input box there and download it for free. If you want, you can donate, and I very much appreciate you for that. But otherwise, you can just put 0 and download it with just an email. And now that you have the TXT file, I'm going to share my screen. And I'm going to show you how to install it, right? So I've broken it down to 5 steps, pretty easy to follow. And I mean, let's get started. So the first thing you're going to do is go into your theme editor. So online store themes, and you're going to click edit code. So let's edit code. And I'm going to open up the product page. As you can see over here, there's nothing here. So let's open up the TXT file and go to step 1. So step 1 is going to be creating a snippet. So what you're going to do is find the snippets folder and create a new snippet. And I'm going to name it Insta Ratings Product, because I have a product part and a collection part. The one goes under the product title and one goes in the collections page in each and every product. So Insta Ratings Product will be the first one, and I'm going to create this. So I'm going to go into my TXT file and copy all the code from step 1 and paste it in the snippet. Right. So let's save now. And a few customizations that you have to do when you paste it in, and here are a few that you can do. So the things that you have to do are outlined with comments. The first thing you have to do is the first step, which is to assign a minimum and maximum amount of orders that appear. Now I'd like you to use random numbers. Don't use round numbers ending in zeros. So and you can choose whatever. So I'm gonna go 372 to 851. And the next thing you're gonna change is step 2, which is the lowest percentage that will appear. I've set a lowest percentage limiter. So if you don't want it to show under, let's say, 95%. So this is the lowest one you can that will appear. So I'm gonna set 4 here. So that means that the lowest percentage of customers that were satisfied with this order is going to be 94. It's going to be from 94 upwards, right? You can also modify the wording if you want. Here at the last line of code, you can modify the wording if you don't like the way I've set it up. You can, at the very top, you can change the alignment where it's either in the center or the left or on the right. I'm gonna choose left for this case, and I'm gonna save it. Right. So this pretty much concludes step A. So now let's go into step B. For step B, you're gonna go into your product template liquid. This is the file that contains your product page. So let's go into the product template liquid and open it up. And the first thing I'm going to do is Control F to search, and I'm going to search for an H1 or H2 tag. And I'm going to, what I am searching is for the product title. It's usually an H1 tag. So once I find the product title, you can see here it says product single title. I'm going to go into step B and copy this code and just paste it underneath. Right now, this, if you don't want it under the product title, and if you want it a little bit further down, you'll have to figure out the position that you want. I use it under the product title, and I like it that way, and I think it's easy to find and install. So I'm going to save this, and now let's go into the third step and the final step for the product page, which will be installing the checkbox on the theme editor. Now, what do I mean by that? The theme, you're gonna have a little checkbox, a little option in your theme editor, regardless of what theme you have, to enable or disable it. So you don't have to go into the code all the time. You're basically building it into your theme like it was there from the original developer. So let's copy all the code from step C, and I want you to be very, very careful. Now I want you to scroll down at the bottom of the product template liquid, and you see where it says schema. I want you to go 1, 2, let's go 3, let's go here at the third option. And so these are the options in the theme editor. So in between those, we're going to inject our schema. And if you do it wrong, it's going to give you a yellow error. Let me show you what I mean. If you do it wrong, it's going to give you a big yellow error. See, like this. But if you do it right, it's going to save. If you do it wrong, don't panic. Just undo, Control Z, undo, go back and just retry it a few times. So now that I've saved it, I'm gonna go into my theme customizer to confirm that it has been installed the way I want. So let's go into, and if you're wondering what this is, I'm gonna be packaging all the things that I've developed and all the things that I'm giving away in through this channel. I'm gonna be packaging them in a copy of the Brooklyn theme. I'm gonna call it Brooklyn X, and I'm gonna give it for free, so that you don't have to install each and every one individually. You can just take them all together and remove the whole coding part. But if you're using other themes, or if you already have a store and you don't want to go through the theme changing phase, you can use each individual tutorial that I make to inject the codes into your theme. So I'm going into the product page, and I'm going to the theme setting, the product page settings, and as you can see, it's here, enable Insta Ratings, and I click it, it goes away. I click it back, it reappears. So remember, I set 4 as the lowest percentage, and here it's pinging off that 4, so it stays at 94, and it has a random amount of orders. I think it looks nice. If you agree, feel free to install it. But this has been the product page part. I'm also going to be showing you how to do the collections part. So for the collections part, I want you to create another snippet called Insta Ratings Collection. create the snippet and go down to step D, the fourth step, and copy the whole code. And I want you to again set up the same numbers that you did on your product page. So don't use different numbers. So that the number that appears in your collection page is the same that shows up in the product page as well. So let's see what my numbers were. So 372 and 851. Right? So it doesn't have much customization other than that you should or can do. So with that out of the way, I'm going to be opening my product grid item. Now keep in mind, this is not the same in every theme. Some themes have it as product card, some themes have it as product thumbnail, and some themes have it as something completely different. Most will be either one of those three options that I gave you: product card, product thumbnail, or product grid item. So once we find our product grid item, in the case of the Brooklyn theme, I'm gonna paste the include Insta Ratings collection. I've already had it here, but you're gonna paste it in the step 5 part and save it. Now this won't have a checkbox because of the difference between each themes. I don't want to confuse you too much, so this won't have a checkbox. This will be hardwired in. So in order to remove it, you'll have to go back into your product grid item to remove it. So now that I've installed it, I'm gonna go into my catalog, and lo and behold, here it is. Perfect. So just to check the numbers that they work, let's take this product right here, 656, click 656. So yeah, this was it, right? I don't have anything else to add to this tutorial. I think it has been pretty already. So if you did enjoy it, drop a like or whatever. But thank you again for watching, and I'm gonna be uploading more videos, mainly around the checkout. I'm gonna be giving away a couple of free stores that have unlocked checkout that I have saved, and I'm gonna be showing you how to unlock the checkout. So with that being said, thanks again for watching, and I'm gonna see you hopefully soon